going on YouTube? It's your boy Kai, and I'm here back with another video of pretty much me just having a quick back test session. That's it. Strategy I'm gonna be using is just supply and demand with the Fibonacci, pretty much the same strategy that I always use. As you can see right here, I'm over here on the 15-minute time frame because that's normally where I start my analysis at. I start with 15-minute, 5-minute, then a 1-minute. I use the 1 minute just to execute my trade, but I also use the 5-minute with the supply and demand. But you're gonna see it a little bit. Oh, and I also use support resistance, but that's only if the market is choppy. Now, for anybody that doesn't really know what supply and demand is or what support resistance is, I will also be breaking it down as I'm marking it up on this chart. Okay, so first thing I like to do is look for any highs or any lows that might have been broken, and I'm talking about like recent price highs and recent price lows. As you can see right here, this is a recent price high. How do I know that? Because this is the highest high and it's the last highest point due to this fractional indicator right here. Now, the lowest point will be right here, and the reason why is because this candle broke this low. Now, you would say or think, well, why not this candle be the lowest point since it is lower than this candle? Technically, yes, you're right. This is the lowest point, but it's not the recent lowest point. The recent one, as in right now, is this low. Now, previous low, as an all-time low, will be right here because why? Price never came down past this bottom wick of the candle. So, but right as of right now though, we're not worried about this wick. We more worried about what's going on right now due to the fact that we are scalpers. Now, we were swing traders, then maybe, but by us being scalpers, we in and out. We not really looking at previous price. We trying to look at what's going on right now and, moving forward in the future far as like our bias decision. So, what I see, price in there break this high, price in there break this low. So, what that tells me is I'm going to be doing support and resistance. I'm going to from 8 to 9 because, like I said before in my previous video, I trade two pairs. I trade gold from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. and I trade SPY, aka S&P 500, from 9 a.m. to 9:50 or to 10 o'clock. Just depends on what's going on the industry. Now that I got that marked up, so when I got support and resistance marked up, I don't go no further than the 15 minutes because that's where I basically make my trades on, because I wait for a candle to tap either like my support, my resistance, or my supply and demand. So right now what I'm looking for is for me to, even though, matter of fact, let me speak on this right quick. As of right now, price is bullish. Price is heading in the uptrend. But by me being a scalper, I normally just let the market tells me the decision, my buy decision, of where I want to go. Now, personally, do I recommend going against the trend? Not really, because the trend is your friend to the end. But from what I've seen, being a scalper, sometimes you will have to go against the trend, especially if you see that your play is about to play out. So right now I got my support and resistance. Excuse me. And what I'm gonna do is fast forward, see will I have a candle. There we go, 8:45. So what I would do is I would delete this resistance and mark this new demand zone. and this is the demand zone because price broke this recent high and this all-time high. And this is 8:45. So now we'll go down to the 5-minute candles. Back this up some to 8:45. Go. Alright. Mark. Okay, so price did break this recent candle high, so technically this right here is demand zone. So now you have a 5-minute demand inside of a 15-minute demand. So now speed this up. Okay, so we done hit 9 o'clock. So now this will be technically a no trade day for me on gold. So now what I'll be doing is going to the 15 minutes, going to SPY. Ooh, I had a previous trade here. Okay, so what I'm looking at. All right, so I'm looking at previous highs. I'm looking at recent highs and recent lows. Okay, this is a recent high right here. This is the recent low. Now you can go about this in two ways. And two ways I'm looking at is if you want to do support resistance, you can do a support resistance here. I mean, you can do it there, but I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't even do support resistance because I see before we got to this recent low, it broke this. So by price coming down and breaking this previous recent low, that tells me this right here is a supply zone. So I will be looking for sales. Okay. So I'll go down to the 5-minute. Alright. Alright, so this recent low was broken. I will mark my supply up from this candle right here. And as you can see, obviously price done came and gave us a tap. So this is where I will be drawing my Fibonacci on the 5-minute because I always draw it on the 5-minute. Reason why is because I be trying to catch them big swing moves on the 1-minute. And trust me, when they hit, they hit. I'm talking about just on the 5-minute 1-to-1 with the Fibonacci is like a 1-to-5, 1-to-7 on the 1-minute. So if anybody want to use that in the future, you're more than welcome to. Alright. So now what I will be doing now is the next step, I'll be waiting for price to come and break this 0.5. Because if you've seen when she came, she done tapped my golden zone area. So now I need price to come past this 0.5. Okay, Price broke outside of my 15-minute range. So what that tells me is this would technically be a no trade day because price broke outside of my highest time frame zone. And if there's really what heavy sellers right here, price wouldn't have been strong enough to even break through my zone. Price just kept closing higher and higher and higher inside my zone, which tells me right here that there's more buyers than it is sellers. But just for fun, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just trying to see what happened. And I see the sellers came in very, very late. And like they just in a bidding war. Yeah, this wouldn't have been a good trade no way. So I'm glad this trade play out how it did. So this Monday right here, September 8th, will be technically be a no trading day. Now, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go do one more day. See if I can at least try to find a trade somewhere. Alright. Alrighty, so what I'm looking at now is I see price broke this recent high and also broke this recent low. So I'm gonna be honest. And then on top of that, I would imagine since it's on a 15-minute, I'm assuming that this candle right here had to come up like that. And if it did, that mean it invalidated would have been my 15-minute zone. Yeah. Yeah, so this will be a no trade day. Forgo again, unfortunately. Alright. So what I'm gonna do is fast forward to 9 o'clock. Dang. Going through it again. Alright, so it's 9 o'clock. And once again, I'm looking at recent highs, recent lows. As you can see, price never came above this recent high, but it did come below this recent low. So what that tells me is I will be looking for sales. Draw my supply, 10 o'clock. Okay. Have another supply zone right here. What is it, 950. Okay. Look like she gave a tab, but I'm gonna be honest. I want a better tab than that. That little borderline, I personally really wouldn't trust it. I need like a better tab than that. So fast forward one more time. Okay, this is way better. now, draw my Fibonacci from the lowest point, the highest point to the lowest point. Go. Now we'll go down to the 1 minute. Alright. So now I'll be waiting for price to at least come outside this 0.5 before I can even think or consider about taking a trade. Alright, this is good enough for me. So I would have went in for a sale right here. Okay. And let's see what will happen. Alright. So TP1 would have been hit. And let me see about my runner. No, price would have stopped me out because why? As I stated before, price would have got halfway to profits. I would have moved my stop loss to break even. And as you can see, price would have came down, stopped me out for my runners because TP1 would have been set to here. But that is fine. At the end of the day, the goal is to be profitable for the day. So, and what time? This trade would have, so it would have took this trade pretty much almost 13 minutes for it to play out. That's fine. Well, I believe that would be it. So, what is this, Tuesday? Okay, so I back tested that Monday, and that Monday was a no trade day, and then the very next day, as you can see, this Tuesday would have been a winning day. How I trade, like I said before, I only do one trade a day, because me personally, I am still battling the psychology part with trading, but I feel like if I just do one trade a day, that's really what's gonna help me out in the long run. And ever since I started doing that, I have started seeing progress, because the biggest issue is if I take that first trade and it doesn't go in my favor, then what about the second trade? Now, don't get me wrong, I can take the second trade and it's a 50-50 chance that I will hit that play. But like I said a while ago, it's a 50-50. And that's a 50-50 chance I just don't want to take. Me personally, I'd rather just take my win, go home, take my loss, go home, or hell, even a no trade day, go home. That's just me personally. But yeah, that is the end of today's video. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, comment me. Yeah, so I will see y'all the next video. Let me know in my DMs or in the comments if y'all want me to do more of these little back test sessions, or even if you want me to go live on YouTube, I will, just to have a back test session with the YouTube community. But yeah, man, that's it. Your boy out.